All calls are recorded for training and monitoring purposes.
I'm just reacting to this letter that says I'm again £301.18 in debt. I'm not sure if I paid the £18 what I said I was going to pay last week, because another big bill came in that I had to pay, and I can't remember if I actually paid it or not.
Yeah,
so can you check that, please?
There is no payments from yourself.
That's okay.
That's okay. From Housing Benefits 16th of February, but then the last payment we had from you dates back to 27th of January.
That's fine.
That's fine. Figure of £301.18, which is overall tenancy balance, but this does not include the money that we are waiting for from Housing Benefit. If I just give you a breakdown, the figures that we are waiting for is £265.56 from Housing Benefit and £35.62 from yourself. Because obviously
£35. How's it gone up to £35? Because it was £18 last week.
Right, the Housing Benefit is not paying the full rent by the look of it.
That's correct.
It's £88.52 towards your weekly rent.
Right, okay.
And £5.69 is the shortfall, the weekly shortfall that you have to pay.
That's the amount I was trying to clear, which was at £18 last week when I couldn't pay it because I had a £100 electric bill come in and they wanted it then, or they was going to start messing about with my supply again. Okay, so I had to pay that. Don't worry, because this Wednesday I get my ESA, the following week I get my PIP, and then the following week after that I get my ESA, so it's all going to be sorted out. There won't be a problem. Just so you're aware, I'm in the middle of filling out my PIP renewal form as well. Have explained to them that part of my rent is tied to my disability benefit. Explained to them the full situation, what happened in court, including the overdoses and everything else. Where I was set up and I was willing to die for the truth that I was trying to get through to the judge, who acted accordingly in the end, once he found out what had actually been done to me to provoke the situation. So he did not award any compensation to the man that tried to kill me next door.
Right.
Okay. That aside, currently my dog's getting triggered by a build-up of cars. So someone's taking the mick at the moment. Obviously we're in a lockdown, aren't we? And I'm not an informant like the man that tried to set me up. I had the police van sitting outside the house last week, going in to see him, and today, we're not allowed to have visitors. Take the piss, innit? Excuse my French. Anyway, that aside, I'm not interested in that. What he does with his life's nothing to do with me. I'm not interested.
So any breaches of the current restrictions?
There's nothing to do with me. I'm just talking in a I'm just talking in a recorded.
No, that's all right.
I'm just talking in a recorded phone call.
With the render years, so I'll make a note. Obviously,
yeah.
You're going to be making payment.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out.
It shouldn't have jumped up. Yeah, it shouldn't have jumped up to £35 from £18 last week, though, should it? If I only have to pay £5 something a week, that's even adding that onto that. It doesn't add up to £30 odd. So where's that come from? The discretionary housing payments don't stop until the middle of March, so it can't be that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where you're getting the £18 from, because.
Well, that's what I was told the debt was last time I contacted yourselves to clear the debt.
Right. So looking at, what basically happens is every single week when we add weekly rent onto each account, your account gets £5.69 added every single time, because obviously that's the portion of the rent that you have to pay.
Yeah, that's okay. Like I said, I'm in the middle of sorting all that out, because at the moment...
going forward, so
okay.
once the balance is
I'll tell
zero,
you in a minute.
your monthly rent, if you pay it monthly, it's £24.65. If you pay it 4 weekly, then you got £5.69 times 4, which takes you to 22.76. So I don't quite understand.
Well, you know, my boss used to.
Thinking about.
Yeah, one of my old bosses, he used to try and confuse me by getting the calculator out when I was asking him for a pay rise, fill my head full of numbers to confuse me, and then I'd end up having less money. You know, so I'm well aware of that tactic. What I'm trying to say to you, if you listen to me, I've actually spoken to the PIP people in person, explaining that my health is deteriorating and I'm having trouble with my mobility now. I'm in the middle of building an electric assist bike to aid in my mobility because I can't get finance for a mobility scooter. There is also the issue of what's been done to me and the effects of it on my health, which is also going on those PIP forms. Currently, it's looking like PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder. From being gassed and being set up and having my dogs killed that I cared deeply about. So my doctor's supporting me on this issue. People are aware that my disability has got worse, and that they now need to look at the mobility component being added, because I can't fully take my medication now because of the manipulation that's been going on by the dodgy neighbours that set me up. Okay, so it is all in hand, and I am sorting out the extra finances for when the council remove the discretionary housing payments, which they said they're going to do because the council are heavily in debt. So really, they're just going to be giving me money out of my ancestors' paid in taxes and then defrauding those taxes back into the system through whatever tax they call it, spare bedroom or whatever. It's just tax fraud. You know, I'm talking quickly because I'm hyperactive at the moment, because I've had to try and give myself enough energy to go about my normal chores that I have to do around the house as a disabled person, and I'm absolutely exhausted. I've had 4 hours sleep, so I'm just responding politely and correctly to your letter so you're aware of the situation. Okay.
Fine, I'll make a note on your account to say obviously you will contact us obviously and bring the account all up to date. Obviously if you wanted to know exactly where the £35 figure is coming
No, I don't need to know. Like I said, I've had 4 hours sleep. It's just going to worry me, isn't it? So I don't need to know.
Going forward, once you've cleared the balance, then you've got £569 each week added onto your rent account, because that's the shortfall between obviously the rent and the amount we are getting paid from housing benefit.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Arrangements to obviously pay that.
And it's not a problem.
The frequency of payment is entirely up to you, whether you pay weekly, fortnightly, 4 weekly, or monthly.
Well, I pay it as and when I can. I've just explained to you how I get my money, so there isn't a shortage of funds.
If you allow me to speak, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, I know. I'm hyper. Remember.
So once you've got your PIP sorted and everything is back on track again, and then obviously you basically know where you stand with your money, then we will look into either putting some sort of a payment structure in place.
It's not needed.
The future payments going forward. If you are not in position to clear the balance, depending obviously when the PIP gets awarded, and obviously.
Oh no, I'll get the money one way or another. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we will obviously look into payment arrangement if that.
Yeah, I don't need payment arrangements because I'm not being in a debt slave situation, am I?
Well, you are in debt at the moment. However, it's not a massive figure that
That's right.
It has to be addressed. It's just obviously that.
No, I've addressed it. I've just given you all the correct information, told you how my payments are coming out.
Okay, by saying addressing it, I mean paying it back. Not.
Well, that's what will happen, won't it, when I get paid?
And we need to know obviously when that's going to happen. So I'm just going to put.
Well, that will be this Wednesday.
Yeah. So
but I can't pay the whole of the £35.
I was just about to put a
Yeah,
note
I
on
know.
your account to say that obviously you'll be ringing us on Wednesday and obviously making a payment.
That's
and we'll take
correct.
it from there.
Yes, but it won't be for the full amount of £35 because I've also got to prioritise on fines that have come from that. All other bills are paid up except for my water at the moment. I've got to sort that out because in the build-up of the court case, I just stopped paying everyone because they was threatening to jail me. Okay, so I am doing everything correctly. I'm not defrauding anyone. Everyone's going to get paid, so there's no problem. Okay.
Yeah, but obviously talking about priorities, obviously the roof above your head should be one of the top priorities there. So
Well, I started off with a tent roof above my head.
The
I
bills
was
to pay
quite.
like everybody else.
Well,
we all
yeah.
have bills to pay, and we all have to pay them. So,
That's right.
obviously, the way you prioritise, it's up to you. So,
That's
like
right.
I said, I'm making a note that you will be contacting us Wednesday and obviously making a payment, and we can take it from there.
Yeah.
The situation is on Wednesday.
Yeah. Just so you know, when I first moved to Peterborough to walk away from the situation I was having to live in. Down in Kent, I moved up here. I just jumped on the train with a push bike, a tent, and a couple of bags of clothes. Used my incapacity benefit as it was then to rent myself a place down in Ham Lane on a campsite. Was straight back to work. And then my father helped me with the deposit for a room in a shared house, and I've built my life back up slowly from that. So I'm not afraid to go back to that, you know. So if I say I'm going to pay a bill, it will be paid. So you have to accept my word on that. I always keep my affairs in order. But debt slavery and, you know, trying to scare me into thinking I'm going to be losing my house over a silly little tiny debt, it doesn't work with me because I'm not afraid to live in a tent.
No one has said that you're going to lose the house.
Yeah, but you insinuated it.
That's not what the letter
Yeah.
was intended.
No, I know. Well, it is worded that way.
Last time they're going to pay, but you didn't, so obviously...
Well, I've just explained why. Yeah.
Well, I know, but obviously, if that's the whole point of making promises. If you do make a promise, try to stick to it. But obviously,
Well, there you go. I can't help other greedy organisations that want their money first, can I? I only get so much money from the government.
well, maybe in that case, the promises should not be made because obviously, if you know.
Well, I didn't know that at the time, did I? So I'm not playing word games with you, and I don't appreciate it being done to me. It's not a to and fro tennis match. I'm just giving you the facts and the truth of the situation. But it will be paid, okay? So don't worry.
I've added a note, and then we'll wait for you to contact us Wednesday next week.
Yep.
Right?
Lovely. Thank you very much for listening.
Cheers.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Right, now I can feed my dog. As soon as I got distracted dealing with the felching letter that was checking the house odour. And then, you know, had to contact them because I'm antisocial, according to them. So I've politely and correctly addressed that letter. Now I'm going to sort my dog out.